Today I discovered that 80% of Bitcoin Unlimited nodes were owned by a single entity. This really upset me to learn. I'm frustrated with the fact that this is happening, and I'm frustrated with myself for not catching on sooner. That one person can host hundreds of nodes on a cloud service and create the false impression that those hundreds of nodes are run by hundreds of enthusiasts in the community. Each person running their own node, like it is with Bitcoin or like it is with Lightning. That really, it bothers me. And even, thank you, Jameson Lopp, for posting this. And then once I saw that, I went over to coin.dance and I saw Bitcoin Unlimited nodes, and yep, the number has crashed right here. 80% of them were run on a web server, cloud server in China, and on Reddit for months there was a strong community following, and I realize now that bots and shills and one person with a whole bunch of email addresses and different online personalities can create this false impression of a community, and they're doing it so well. And when it's a centralized organization like Bitcoin Unlimited, which are the same people who run Bitcoin Cash, okay, and now when juxtapose Bitcoin Unlimited on Reddit with Bitcoin Cash on Reddit and their nodes, if the Bitcoin Unlimited nodes are run by 1, 2, 3, 4 people, what are the odds that it's the same with Bitcoin Cash? I'm going to go up to Bitcoin Core nodes right here. You can see they've been increasing in recent weeks, actually recent months, and that makes sense because when you look at the Lightning Network, our nodes have been going up to 779. And as far as I know, to run a Lightning Network node, you have to have a Bitcoin node running. And I'm talking about regular Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Cash, not Bitcoin Unlimited. Bitcoin Unlimited was trading at a pretty, seemed like a pretty hefty price in the futures market. It never did get released as a full trading currency. I believe because of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Unlimited was sort of sidelined, but it's the same guys. Jihan Wu, who runs Bitmain, the Chinese ant miners, Chinese mining company that makes the ASIC miners, which are ASIC. They have ASIC Boost, which is SegWit, not compatible with SegWit, which is a big part of the reason I believe that it took us 2 years to get SegWit implemented on the Bitcoin protocol. Because if we use SegWit, then those Bitmain miners, it's a very the biggest company making miners, can't use their Boost technology, which was a cheat, really. Now, so it's not because it's not compatible. Their miners aren't compatible with SegWit. So now we have Samsung and a whole bunch of other technology companies starting to make miners, especially ASIC and graphics card miners. So that's starting to be decentralized more. But these nodes, the 779, which is awesome, and these nodes, the Bitcoin Core, I know for a fact those are run by real human beings, not just people I've chatted with or thought I've chatted with online, because every single meetup I've gone to, whether it be a cryptocurrency meetup or a Bitcoin meetup here in Montreal or in other cities, the people I've talked to, I've never met someone running a Bitcoin Unlimited node. I've never had a human being tell me that face to face. I've never had a human being tell me I'm running a Bitcoin Cash node. But I have had plenty of people tell me they're running a Bitcoin node. Now I'm realizing the importance of these meetups more and more. That's the human face-to-face interaction. It's so hard to know what to believe. The meetups are so key to learn what's going on in the ecosystem, to learn about different areas that's growth. Someone suggested to me to check out how many ads there are on LinkedIn right now that are looking for blockchain. And that's incredible. Like, I learned that at a meetup. Here it is. Actually, this article's even kind of old, but there is a talent bubble Every company is looking for blockchain experience, software companies. It's that to me gives me reason to be bullish on Bitcoin. It was at a meetup that I learned to look and research how many Bitcoin ATMs there are in cities and how that number is growing or declining. I learned about local Bitcoins and to see how many people are trading Bitcoin that way. All these other indicators, the Google searches, and which ones. And those indicators, I could meet people and discuss it with them and almost verify in person with other enthusiasts what's real and what's not. Because the internet right now, it's hard to know what's real. Although, at the end of the day, if I just stayed true to Bitcoin like I've always been, I've always come out on top. Sorry, guys, I'm frustrated by this. This really annoys me to discover that greed, what it does to people, to things like this, to create the false impression of community depth, to go to the point where you have one person creating tons of online identities and posting about running nodes, sharing with people, sharing with themselves, with 5 of their online personalities, the steps to take to set up a Bitcoin Unlimited node. That's nonsense. That's really, really nonsense. And it frustrates me. I'm inspired by Bitcoin. I applied to the Bitcoin Core developer Slack channel, and I was honest with them. You fill out a paragraph saying what you like about Bitcoin and why you want to apply. And I said that technically I don't have a ton of knowledge, but I'm really passionate about Bitcoin, and if you accept me, I'd love to see what I can contribute. And I was accepted immediately and overwhelmed with the positive response I got by people reaching out to me, wanting to help me learn, and helping me understand what I could do to contribute to the community with the tools that I had, with the skill sets that I had. So cool, so warm and receptive. I really want to stick to that. It's really easy now to see how there's the differences in people here and how greed has changed the crypto community a lot recently. And again, it reaffirms that I'm staying true to my roots. Bitcoin is it for me, guys. Bitcoin, Lightning, Segwit, Rootstock, Mimblewimble, all that good stuff. Have a great day, guys, and thank you for listening to me rant.